Hello, my name is Sergey Popsov. I'm from AFI Distribution, and in this video I will show you JumpServer Enterprise Edition. I will show you only those features that you don't have in Community Edition. Video about Community Edition also you can find on this channel. So let's start. Enterprise Edition is not open source. You can install it only from offline distributive. You can ask it on trial license from our contacts in YouTube or Telegram channel description. So let's start. Here is the web interface. You can see it has different colors. You have different logotypes, custom logotypes of our company. So first of all, what we can see here, it's a switch between organizations. What is organizations? Organizations is a multi-tenancy feature. So in each PAM, you can create different organizations inside one PAM, and each organization will have its own devices, its own users, its own access lists, its own everything. So it's like many PAMs in one PAM. You can use it for your no, it depends on your company structure how you can use it. You can create different organizations for each of your departments, for example, or for any other logical uh, cases. But yes, each organization can have different users, different admins, but also one user can have access to different organizations. For example, the same user can be administrator in one organization and general user to second organization, and he can't have access to third organization. So it's a full multi-tenancy. You can do what you want. It's very useful feature for big environments, for big integrations. So let's continue. Let's go back to console. What we have here, users the same as in Community Edition. Also groups also the same, and roles. In Enterprise Edition you have custom roles. You have system custom roles, you have organization custom roles. Organization roles means that this role, your custom role, will be accessible only in your organization. So in each organization, user can create custom roles for their users. So for if we click on any role, here you can see a huge list of different permissions which have you can enable for this role. Yeah, I will not open all of them, but it's enough to understand that yes, you can customize your permissions as you want. You can't do it in Community Edition, but in Enterprise you can create any custom roles with any permission sets. So next one. Let's go to assets. If we go to assets, here is two new point. One point is that when we go try to create assets, click database, you can see more supported databases. It's SQL Server, Oracle, ClickHouse, DB2. Those databases are not available in Community. It's only from in Enterprise. And next feature is that JumpServer has discovery option. What is discovery? Discovery is automating process which helps to find your devices in your network and add them to JumpServer. So let's go to hosts, cloud provider, and here we can choose where to get our assets. We can scan local network like LAN, set here our IP ranges and scan periods, and then it will scan your network by IP, by ports, and try to add your devices if found in network. But it's quite easy feature. I think you understand how it works. What other options for discovery? If you have private cloud, something like VMware or OpenStack or something else, you can uh, enable here VMware, enter hostname, username, password. It's it's clear. And in this case, JumpServer will get a list of devices directly from VMware or OpenStack or Nutanix or something else. So it will synchronize device list from your cloud provider. It's a very powerful feature. It's very useful if you have a lot of devices, if you create, delete devices, and so on and so forth. So, cloud sync settings. Also, JumpServer has support for public clouds like Azure, Huawei, Tencent Cloud, Amazon, Google Cloud. Also, you can use them for synchronize devices from cloud to your JumpServer. Okay, this feature also accessible only in Enterprise Edition. What else? Let's go. Zones and platforms are the same. Let's go to automations. In automations in Enterprise Edition, you have more features. Community Edition has only push accounts. Enterprise has another options like change account. You can create rule for changing password or SSH key on target devices, and it will automatically change your password by every week, every month. So JumpServer will automatically will change your password on your device, and if success, it will put new password to JumpServer Vault. So it's a full password rotation feature. Next feature is the gather accounts. Uh, this feature helps to detect all existing accounts on your target devices. It will connect to Windows, to database, to Linux machine, scan local accounts, and add them to JumpServer. Also, you can track if new account appears on your target machine on something like that. So it's also a useful feature that you can see new accounts on your target devices. And next feature is backup accounts. Here we can create. So if we use password changing by JumpServer, we need to protect these passwords somehow if JumpServer dies, for example. Here is backup feature for this. How it works. You can select backup type email or SFTP, and it will split your password in two parts, encrypts it, and put it and send it to email or put it on SFTP. And this password you can decrypt if you know encryption key if JumpServer dies. So it's like backup plan how to access my password, which are rotated by JumpServer. How I can access it without JumpServer, for example. So it's yes, it in several cases, in several it could be useful also like backup plan. Next, main authorization rule is the same as in community, and also here is additional access lists. It's user login list, Here we can select which user or specific user or by some attributes at what time user can connect and from which IP addresses this user can connect. It's very useful if you have some time frames or timetables for working your outsource companies, service providers, or something like that. So it's like additional user login policy. Next one is Asset Connect. Uh, this policy allows you to control not logging into JumpServer, but connection to different assets. For example, for this rule, you can set that this specific for example, to this specific asset, user can connect only in at non-working hours, for example. This feature used in some cases uh, when it's restricted to work with production environment during working hours, and you can do anything with these machines only outside working hours. So yes, in this case, you can create asset connect rule to control this access time to those devices. And the last one is connect method. Here we can specify connect method for connection to different assets, like allow only local client for databases or only integrated web client for databases, and so on and so forth. I think it's quite clear. Uh, so let's if you go to audit, nothing changed in enterprise, and workbench also the same. Uh, Maybe one thing is changed. I forgot. If you go to common filter for edit, you have um, additional options here. It's review. So in community you can only block, accept, or warn, and in Enterprise Edition you can review command, potential bad command. It will pause session, it will send alert to administrator, and administrator will decide if we can accept or decline this command. So it's like online command control request for suspicious commands. Here's option in enterprise only version. So let's go to also what we have here. We have here in enterprise we have a ticket system where we can create access request. So each user can access request to different assets with different rights for some period of time, and write description why he need access to this device, and it's like a simple ticket system access to device by user request. So let's go to system settings. What we have here uh, new. So we have this here organization. You can create any organizations you want. You can see different number of users of assets in each organizations. So for features, what features you have in additional? You can you have this option account storage. This option allow you to use not integrated JumpServer Vault, but here you can enable HashiCorp Vault to store your passwords inside HashiCorp, not inside JumpServer database. Sometimes it's useful. It's integration with ChatGPT. It will allow your users to uh, to talk with inside ChatGPT to ask it about anything in the same single interface as where users can access target devices. And this last option is virtual app support. I will show you later what is it. Go for authentication. In open source edition, here is only LDAP, LDAP high availability and passkey. In enterprise, you can see a lot of another options like OpenID, OAuth, Vcom, Digitalk, Slack, and Radius. And also in enterprise edition, you can integrate second factor, another second factor solution via Radius to JumpServer to protect logging into JumpServer. So you can use this one OTP in Radius. In storage options is the same, or maybe only these options to store in the SFTP, single SFTP storage. It's available new in comparison with Community Edition. And no components, it's like technical settings, it's not so interesting. Remote app. You remember that JumpServer supports remote app for in JumpServer Community Edition for publishing application, but for Enterprise Edition you have another system for publishing applications. It calls Panda. It's Linux publishing machine, and it can publish your web browser or dbeaver without Microsoft RDS, without Microsoft infrastructure. So Panda is a JumpServer component which can run, for example, Chrome inside its container for accessing web interfaces. So remote app integration is accessible only in Community Edition. In Enterprise Edition, you can use RDS for publishing applications, and you can use Panda for publishing applications, and you don't need Microsoft license for it. It's very important difference between Community and Enterprise Edition. So next, it's nothing interesting. Here you can see that you can set different logos, different color schemes for your JumpServer. And let's go to last thing. It's what additional feature we have in remote connection to our target systems. Let's start with RDP. For RDP, JumpServer Community Edition supports only RDP in web interface. In Enterprise Edition, we can connect to RDP also with integrated client. So we can click here, client, remote desktop, connect, and it opens my RDP. You can see it works. So it's also a very good feature because you can use your local clients. Also, you can use your local clients on your Mac OS or your if you works on Linux. In for all operating systems, you can connect to with RDP with your local client if you use JumpServer Enterprise. Let's go to databases. This one. As you remember, if for database connection, you can in Community Edition you can use integrated interface like this one. Okay, it works. But in enterprise, you can use your local client to connect into your databases. Like go for client, you see client, click run, and it will start my local DBViewer, which will be connected through database proxy to my target database. And all I did, all queries I ran in DBViewer, everything I did in I do in DBViewer will send through proxy, will log into proxy, and JumpServer can block any command, any query uh, on proxy. So here's my local DBViewer, which is connected to database through database proxy. It's very powerful feature. I think it's the main most important difference between Community Edition and Enterprise Edition, because for Enterprise Edition, user can use their local application for working with databases without any problem. And okay, I showed you the client. What if I want to use my custom application without problem? I can click the guide, click connect, and here JumpServer generates me one time or not one time. Here is option. I can switch it from one time credentials to long time credentials. So these temporary credentials I can copy paste to my any of my software for database where I work for database, like SQL Workbench, Management Studio, SQL Developer, or something else. I can copy it there and connect to database uh, through the database proxy. Uh, as you understand, it's not a real password, it's not real username for target device, so user can't see real password from database. It's only one-time credentials for database proxy for proxy database proxy connections to target devices. So with this option, your remote developers, your remote workers can work easily with database without any suffering with web client or something like that. So what also we can have here? I think I showed you main differences between. Also, I can use I can connect to database with dbeaver published on remote app, with dbeaver published in Panda inside Linux container, but it's not so useful. It's not so simple and so easy to use, and I think it's quite useless to use these two options if you have ability to run your local client through database proxy. And you can see, remember, we run dbeaver, go to session commons, and you can see this what we opened in dbeaver, like everything is logged, everything works. Um, for Linux devices, for example, there is no new options like SSH connection through web interface or SSH connection from SSH PuTTY or your another client. So I think I showed you all difference between Community Edition and Enterprise Edition, and see you in next videos.